I've traveled all across the globe, to places beyond my wildest imagination. But there is something very special about being home. India, where I grew up, is enchanting, untamed, and more diverse than almost anywhere else on Earth. I am Malaika Vaz, a wildlife explorer. I'm traveling across the country, unraveling the mysteries it holds. Hidden wild places, elusive animals, and untold stories. Join me on this adventure as I explore how species survive in the 21st century and meet the people that can't imagine a world without them. Almost 20,000 square kilometers of mountains cradle the Indian peninsula, the western and the eastern Ghats. They bear the brunt of the roaring annual monsoon. In return, the monsoon gains power when it hits the slopes. It's a relationship that has carried on since the Ghats were created. The intense combination of low temperature and high humidity has been a catalyst for the evolution of extremely diverse life forms. From miniature frogs to vibrant snakes and the most delicate birds, these forests are home to creatures not found anywhere else on Earth. But the mountains ring with the sound of one group of animals over all else. It's the amphibians. Just in the last 15 years, 75 new species have been discovered, and countless more are awaiting their turn. I'm here in search of a creature discovered by modern science as recently as 2003. It's found only in the rainforests of the Western Ghats.
It holds clues to explain how our continents were once shaped. This creature, a living testimony to 130 million years of evolution, is today on the brink.
The atmosphere of calm is very deceptive because right underneath, a storm is brewing. The monsoon has erupted over the Western Ghats. The mountains are echoing with the trill of millions of insects and amphibians. It's my favorite time to be in Annamalai Tiger Reserve in Tamil Nadu, one of the southern homes of the creature I'm looking for, the purple frog. It's incredibly difficult to navigate through this dense forest in the rains, but it's the only way. In the entire year, purple frogs emerge from the ground when rains hit. And to make things more complex, they only stay above ground for a few days. With such a small window, I'm going to need some guidance. Dr. Karthikeyan Vasudevan is a wildlife biologist, part of the team that discovered the purple frog in 2003. He and his assistant Gayatri come here every year looking for the frogs in the hope that they can find at least one for more research. They aren't the only ones waiting.
We have a snake here. Look. It's a Malabar pit viper.
This snake being here is a good sign because that means there are frogs here, and if the frog hops near it, it's going to grab it and eat it.
In southern India, Pre-monsoon showers can be as heavy as the monsoons, and so a few purple frogs may have already emerged and bred. A good first step is to find their tadpoles. Eggs of frogs and toads are soft and jelly-like without any hard protection. Females lay them in water or wet areas to prevent them from drying out.
Oh, there the tadpoles are. You can see the tadpoles here. All these are tadpoles of the Nasica backpackers.
So many of them.
Yeah.
Can you tell just by looking at them how old they could be?
They are probably 10 to 12 days old.
The red dot is its beating heart. Tadpoles normally swim around in the water eating algae, but those of the purple frog mostly fix themselves to rocks in waterfalls and streams. And while doing this, they use their mouths more than their tails. Karthik's microscopic study brings this to life. The tadpoles have rows of curved teeth that help them grip even the smoothest rock surface and withstand the pressure of flowing water. The teeth are self-regenerating, so when the front row wears out, new ones replace it. When the tadpole wants to move, the teeth release their grip and allow the jaws to propel the body upwards.
There are not many species of animals that can perform movements using their mouth, particularly frogs. It's fascinating.
The tadpoles are a sign that the frogs are out, but it also means that my window is beginning to close. The adults go underground soon after laying the eggs. Almost all male frogs and toads croak, and Karthik has found a way to listen in more closely. Croaking is an integral part of attracting a mate, as well as scaring those not meant to be in their territory. But frogs that live here must compete with sounds of gushing streams and lashing rains. So many have had to find creative ways to adapt.
This is a foot flagging frog, and it's not found anywhere else in the world. The stream is having a lot of noise, so they sit on vantage points and then they flag their feet out. The call combined with the flagging is a communication.
Our search for the purple frogs is guided by the rain. As it moves across the Ghats, it signals the frogs to emerge. But no one can accurately predict where or when they will come out.
We should approach it very slowly. Yeah, can you hear the call? Yeah. There's so many other males also calling around, 6 feet, 8 feet deep.
It feels like the entire forest is reverberating with the sound.
Yeah.
We finally stumbled upon what sounds like an army of purple frogs on its way up. This is going to take a while.
Wow, come
Finally!
Yeah. It's amazing. This is a male.
Look at that!
This is the elusive purple frog, also called the pig-nosed frog because of that little protruding snout. They look comical with a bloated body and small mismatched limbs. While many frogs burrow to escape periods of dryness, purple frogs have taken this to the extreme, finding a way to survive underground almost permanently. This little guy is so tiny, even smaller than Karthik's palm.
What's the most powerful sensory organ for a purple frog?
It must be hearing. When we did the recordings of the calls of the males and sent it to the Cornell Natural Sounds Archive, they said there were seismic tones on those.
Oh, really?
And it could be that these calls are getting passed on under soil and they communicate by these reverberations. That's very unique to this species. Let's measure it.
Yeah.
53.18 snout to vent length.
How does the eye to snout measurement compare with other frogs?
It's not very different from other frogs, but the shape is very typical. The entire skeleton is so perfectly shaped for burrowing. So it weighs about 20 grams.
Yeah.
And the female would weigh 3 times as much as the male. I'm going to release the frog now.
Now his journey to begin looking for a mate starts.
Yeah, it's going to be a season where he might find a female, mate with it, and maybe have several tadpoles in the stream here.
He's calling right now. The discovery of the purple frog has made a few significant additions to our understanding of the geological history of India and the planet in general. For starters, it's older by 100 million years compared to any other known species of frog in the country, which means that I'm looking at something from the Jurassic era.
If you look at the coastlines of our continents, they seem to fit together like pieces of a jigsaw. South America is a chip off Africa. North America and Greenland fuse together and fit perfectly into the west coast of Europe. This fusion of land masses becomes even more apparent when we look at where fossils have been found. Many species that were not able to swim or fly were found across continents in belts with similar geographic conditions. And the purple frog has a similar story.
See, we have been able to trace its ancestral connections, and it points at a relative which is found in Seychelles, and there are no near relatives in the Indian subcontinent. So it means that those which were there went extinct, and this is the only survivor from that time.
That is such an important geological fact.
It traces back what happened in the evolutionary history of those continents.
This is the continental drift theory. About 250 million years ago, all land masses were joined into a single supercontinent called Pangaea. Plate tectonics, or movement of the layers in the Earth's crust, began breaking up Pangaea roughly 200 million years ago, initially into two land masses, Laurasia in the north and Gondwana in the south. This is perhaps when the purple frog evolved. Nothing happened to the species as Gondwana broke. But when India and the Seychelles broke apart 65 million years ago, the purple frog family split. One remained on the small island, and the other traveled on the Indian landmass towards Eurasia. In the 21st century, purple frogs have been found in very few places, only in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. No one knows how many of them exist, and this is what makes them endangered.
We've been able to trace the developmental history of this particular species from the time it lays its egg to becoming a metamorph, the journey in the water that it takes, and then it starts to burrow under the soil. But there is a huge gap in information on what happens after it burrows under the soil, where it goes,
Habitat
what
destruction
it feeds,
is the
how
primary
does it
cause of
find
frog
its
deaths in
mate,
India.
how long does
But
it
a new
survive?
disease is now
All
posing
those
a bigger threat.
Information is still not there. We have a long way to go to understand the mysteries of the species.
Our purple frog hasn't found a female yet. We're trekking down towards another stream to see if there might be more purple frogs there. Maybe a potential mate close by. Amphibians are usually active at night to avoid dehydration in the sun. It's the best time to see species that would otherwise stay hidden. Just like the Annamalai flying frog, Karthik discovered this arboreal frog in 2000. It's native only to the Annamalai and has a very typical way of delivering its eggs. It builds a nest. The mating pair whip up the egg whites secreted into a thick froth. The nest, with the eggs inside, is always suspended from a tree above a water body, into which the tadpoles will drop when hatched.
She's putting another layer of protection, which is the leaves. So she's binding the leaves to the foam nest so that there is less chance of it being exposed and being noticed by predators. But this form of nest making and nest protection is quite an interesting and a distinct behavior. That's the call. You hear the call?
Yeah.
So we'll just go around and see.
Sure.
Come.
Oh, that's a male with a leech on it. Even he seems to be waiting.
What is the likelihood that this male, our male right here, will find a female in the short span that is the breeding season?
It's possible that the male would not find a female to mate with because there are many males calling here. So these males would come and call in areas over periods of time, 4-5 days continuously, and the female, when it emerges, would approach that area, and any male can get an opportunity to mate with her. And it need not be the male that we found just now. So there is this is the difference between the male and the female in terms of the reproduction. The female has to mate, but all males need not mate.
So it is, in essence, a competition of sorts between the males.
Exactly, yeah, it is.
Though the purple frog was introduced to science in 2003, the indigenous people of Annamalai have known of it ever since they can remember. We've got news that someone in the village has managed to photograph a mating pair. What a big female! She's actually more than double his size. The male climbs on top of the female to fertilize the eggs as she lays them into a slow-moving stream, so the soft eggs have the best chance of surviving. The people here seem confused by our enthusiasm. For them, this frog is just one among the many species they share the forest with. But for Karthik, this is the time to take stock. The sheer lack of research on the purple frog, plus its burrowing behavior, make each sighting seem like a jackpot to scientists. Like all frogs and toads, purple frogs too have permeable skin, allowing anything in the air or water to enter their bodies. That's why frogs are considered among the best indicators of a healthy or unhealthy environment.
The leaf biomass or the debris that falls on the soil eventually becomes food for termites. These tall trees that you see here, they have very deep roots. The termite mounds are below those, so the purple frogs go down and feed on the termites. It's this ecosystem which is so important for the purple frog.
The Annamalai landscape is heavily fragmented by tea and coffee plantations. These monocultured shrubs largely thrive on chemical fertilizers and pesticides. In an environment that remains wet for most part of the year, rain constantly seeps chemical residues underground, contaminating the soil and groundwater.
Nearly one-third of over 6,963 species of frogs and toads are threatened with extinction globally. And our purple frogs haven't been spared either. Their habitat, the ecologically rich forests of the Western Ghats, are coming under the hammer.
Habitat destruction is the primary cause of frog deaths in India. But a new disease is now posing a bigger threat. A fungal infection called chytridiomycosis is killing frogs and toads globally to extinction.
The fungus infects the keratinized tissue just like our hair or nails. The tadpoles, they have these keratinized mouth parts. And they're very important for them to stick to the slippery surfaces and also feed on algae. So if they lose the mouth parts, they die. Every frog, they don't drink water, they just take up water through the skin. And the fungus plays havoc, so it no longer can uptake water. And the frog dies of a heart attack.
The discovery of the purple frogs shows us that even the littlest of creatures can reveal amazing secrets about this complex planet that we live on. To lose this species, even before we can begin to understand the secrets of its existence, would be a tragic loss. I feel privileged to witness the emergence of the rare purple frog along with Karthik. But what we see next is something that even he has never seen before.
How is he able to do that?
This is a very difficult question to answer because we have no idea. As it digs deeper and deeper, there's less oxygen, but it's performing very high energy activities such as digging and displacing soil, almost equivalent to its weight. It would go vertically down to some distance and then it would start moving horizontal and find its way.
That would be home then.
Yeah, right.